With today's AI, we see glimpses of how a computer could generate endless realistic scenarios. Imagine an AI that can generate a whole sensory world on the fly, some combination of advanced graphics, tactile feedback, etc., responsive to a person's choices. That's what you'd feed to the brain. We're inching towards that with VR games, AI narrative engines, etc. Let's not forget the flip side. Could an AI itself be a brain in a vat? If we create a true AI with human-like consciousness, will it feel like it's in whatever virtual environment we present it? Perhaps one day, an AI might ask us, "Hey, how do I know you are real and not just part of my training simulation?" The tables might turn, but I digress. Before we get too far into sci-fi territory, let's ground ourselves. As of 2025, no human brain has been taken out of a body, kept alive, and made to experience a virtual world. We're not secretly brains in vats in some government lab, as far as we know. The closest things in real life are those medical experiments and brain-controlled robotics we mentioned, as well as the immersive, but still external, tech like VR headsets that trick our senses in more limited ways. However, we are all essentially brains in something. Each of us is a brain in a skull, in a dark, silent chamber, interpreting electrochemical signals. Your brain has never directly seen the world. It sits in darkness and infers the world from the signals it gets. In a way, we're already invatted, just with our skull and body as the vat and nature as the one feeding the signals. That's an idea that both neuroscientists and philosophers like to point out. Reality for us is always a reconstruction in the brain. The question is just whether the signals come from the external world or from some artificial source. So after this grand tour through vats and virtuality, where do we stand? Are we any closer to knowing if we're brains in jars? Not really. If it's a perfect deception, we can't definitively prove or disprove it, thanks Descartes. But we have learned a lot by asking the question. We've seen that this once purely hypothetical scenario is edging into the realm of scientific plausibility. We can sustain brains outside bodies for a bit, we can plug brains into machines to some extent, and we can simulate worlds, imperfectly but improving. Each year, the line between science fiction and science fact gets a little blurrier, but perhaps more importantly, pondering the brain in a vat teaches us about ourselves. It reminds us how astonishing it is that our brains construct reality from signals, whether those signals come from eyes and ears or from electrodes and code. It also forces a kind of humility. We take for granted that what we see is what there is, but the brain in a vat laughs at our complacency. It's the ultimate memento mori for epistemology. Remember, your reality might be false, yet day to day, we have to live our lives as if it's real. And maybe that's okay. Whether the world is base reality or a simulation, the experiences we have and the choices we make still matter to us. If you pinch me and I say ouch, does it matter if a computer generated the pinch? My pain was real to me.
Now that is post-irony!
As one philosopher, Chalmers, suggested, being in a simulation doesn't negate the reality of our lived experiences. It just changes what we believe about the underlying nature of the world.